Cursory overload.
Heavy metal. Heavy metal. Heavy metal. Heavy metal.
Coming to you from the back room of your parents' favorite porn store, it is Cursory Overload.
What up, bitches? We are back.
We're back, motherfuckers and motherfuckerettes. Welcome
That's
back.
right, bitches. We're back for round motherfucking 3.
Round 3. So, what
What
are we
up, Pato?
What
How
up?
are you doing?
So far, so good. How you doing?
Living large and in charge, my man. Living large.
Large and in charge. So, what we doing today, man?
Listen, motherfucker. We're gonna do something a little bit different for all the ladies out there.
all
We're gonna
the
take it down low.
We're gonna go low.
We're gonna go way back and low and slow.
Okay.
We're gonna go way back to the time when we were children.
Oh, God.
Little Pato and little K-Dogg running around, snot dripping out our nose.
Getting our asses beat for all the shit we did.
And didn't do.
Didn't do. That is true.
Riding our BMX bikes or the knockoffs of said bikes that we could afford.
Yeah, it wasn't an actual BMX. It was the swap meet knockoff
Listen,
version.
motherfucker, it had 2 wheels.
Yeah.
No brakes.
And a Tropicana juice bottle in the back to make it sound like a motorcycle. Did you ever?
We all had that.
We're like, okay, I find this plastic bottle. Let's stick it in there. Yeah.
Sounded like motherfucking OGs rolling down the road.
Oh, man. Those were the days.
Cartoons.
Cartoons. Wow. Saturday mornings. Those were the days when you could get up, have cold pizza for breakfast.
Sit in the living room and eat your food without getting your ass booped.
Yep, pretty much.
And watch cartoons. We had cartoons like G.I. Joe.
G.I. Joe. Thundercats.
He-Man.
Whoa. Silverhawks.
Oh, She-Ra.
Okay. You got me there.
Uh-oh, Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. Yeah, let's see. What I actually even watched Pac-Man. Can you?
Pac-Man, that was, I don't know, I didn't like Pac-Man.
It took me a while.
I didn't like Pac-Man.
Of course, I mean, it's stuff I had to.
I got one. You want to go way back?
What?
You ready to get on the way back train? Toot, toot.
Alrighty.
Toot, 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 toot. Thundarr the barbarian.
Holy hell.
And his mighty friend Ookla.
Ookla, yeah.
And that hot sorceress he was always with.
Thundarr the barbarian. I remember that shit. Wow, that was way back.
Now
in the
we
day.
went back. Let's go even further back. Space Ghost.
Space Ghost. Wow. Dang. I remember they tried to bring it back later. He was like a host of a show of some sort. That didn't do too good.
Don't bring the old shit back. Let it go.
Yeah.
Please.
And of course, there was always the classics like the Looney Tunes, which I love for some reason. I could just sit there and watch the Mel Blanc voiced ones, not
Right.
not the new ones. Yeah.
That motherfucker's just trash. Listen, Wile E. Coyote running into that fucking brick wall cracked me up to this day.
And he should not speak.
And Acme needs to repay that motherfucker some money because they done fucked that boy up numerous times.
Assuming he paid. I mean, 'cause you know what? I've always envied his credit line.
He had some money.
Yeah, apparently he could order whatever the fuck he wanted,
Yeah,
whenever
but
he
you know,
wanted.
I think he was earning money for the show.
Yeah.
Yeah, he was earning. Remember them episodes where he was like, "Night, George. Night, Ralph," and they would walk away.
Oh yeah, the sheepdog and the
Yep.
coyote. Yep.
I bet you even the Roadrunner's probably getting a little scratch on the side.
The Roadrunner. Wow, Speedy Gonzalez, man.
Hey,
Porky
funny
Pig.
fact about Speedy Gonzalez. Do you realize Cartoon Network took him off the air? You know why?
Why?
They were scared of Hispanic Americans' reactions to him. And they brought him back. You know why? Because of too many outcries from the Hispanic American community.
Where's my Speedy Gonzalez? Hey,
Fired back on them motherfuckers.
I guess, you know.
Try to be proactive, and what happened? Slapped you right in the balls.
Well, I mean, come on.
got their ding-ding slapped for trying to pull away such a badass like Speedy Gonzalez.
Speedy Gonzalez, the fastest mouse in all Mexico.
And his cousin.
Slowpoke Rodriguez. God damn, man, you just took me to...
I love Slowpoke.
What was it?
Well, I'm going to take my time.
Or what was that? Slowpoke may not be very quick on the feet, but he's very quick up here. And he pointed his head.
I loved him.
And the one where the cats are trying to eat him, and they're like, "Oh, we can't catch Speedy, but you know what? We'll get Slowpoke." You're like, hold on, I remember. Slowpoke has a gun. And you just hear a gunshot in the background.
Yeah, I like them characters.
Laco.
They don't got characters like that anymore. I don't think you can have characters like that anymore.
I think everybody gets offended so quick.
Yeah,
I mean,
get their feelings hurt.
I mean, I wasn't around when that happened because, I mean, that happened before our times. But I guess Frito had this thing called the Frito Bandito.
Right.
And it sounded just like Speedy Gonzalez because it was voiced by Mel Blanc.
Right.
But yeah, apparently it was removed because people found it offensive.
Well, I mean, think about it. You can also look at movies like Spaceballs, Wagon Trains East or whatever that movie was called.
Spaceballs. What's wrong with Spaceballs here?
Could you say some of them jokes nowadays?
Don't we all the time?
Well, we do.
I'm like, I mean, it's like.
Well, we're coming from a different direction.
I mean, it's like, I knew it. I'm surrounded by assholes. I'm like.
They try to sue us, they ain't gonna get nothing.
Oh, pretty much.
So nobody gives a fuck about what we say. They're like, oh, them motherfuckers ain't got shit
Yeah,
anyway.
they ain't got shit anyway. They're broke, so yeah.
Then you go from that to Trapper Keepers. Remember them?
Trapper Keepers. Like I said, I never had one, but my
You only
sister
had like
did.
5 colors. You had like the rainbow, you had the unicorn, you had the hot air balloon, and the fucking Lamborghini.
Well, I never had one. I mean, now.
Do you remember? Let me ask you this. I'm sorry. I gotta get this shit off my chest. When we go old school, this is the shit that I think about. You remember when you was in class, and they're like, "All right, boys and girls," and I always heard the wah 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 because I never even paid attention. But listen, remember, you take out some paper and take out your pencils, and you hear that one uppity bitch. And the same thing entered everybody's head that didn't have one. Look at this uppity bitch here, thinking she all that with a motherfucking Trapper Keeper.
Yeah.
Here, I got a 3-ring binder that I got from my cousin,
Hell, I mean.
and he got from his mama.
Or if you didn't have any of that, you had to get your own paper, or you had to get the one the school provided. For
Right.
it was those very, I don't know, crappy brown pieces of paper that if you erased on them, you made a
Rip
hole
it.
and.
You'd rip right.
Well,
Oh, god dang it.
Yeah, pretty much.
I remember them. I'm glad we're not in those times anymore. I'm glad we're not judged on what we possess anymore.
Really?
And the sarcasm was dripping.
The sarcasm is strong with this one. Oh,
Yeah.
shit.
So let's keep going back. Let's keep
Hey.
going back.
Back
Do you remember
to
when the Hamburglar?
the Hamburglar. Wow.
Yep.
Yeah,
And the
Fry Guy-
outside playgrounds.
The outside, the Hamburglar, the Fry Guys,
Yep.
and the purple Grimace.
Grimace.
Yeah, what the hell was Grimace anyways? What was he?
He was the lucid dreams you had from eating too much McDonald's in one day.
Makes sense.
Yep.
All right.
I remember all them. You remember Pizza Hut was really big? Their eat-in restaurants?
Holy shit! And their pizza was actually good back in the day.
Yeah.
I remember
And
it.
then, Gleaming the Cube. Remember that? Speaking of Pizza Hut, remember Gleaming the Cube? Tony Hawk was in that movie driving the Pizza Hut truck. Oh, man. Gleaming the Cube. Remember that shit?
I'm thinking about
Christian
pizza.
Slater.
Christian Slater.
Wasn't that who was doing it?
Can't remember that. I don't
He had
know.
that Vision, I think it was a Vision skateboard with all the plastic rails. Like motherfuckers that get laughed at if they were to ride it.
Well, I remember everybody was trying to do that and getting their
Fucking
getting all
faces
fucked
broken.
up. Yeah, pretty much.
Except for Tony Hawk.
Well, yeah.
Remember Thrasher magazine?
Thrasher magazine. Thrasher magazine. Well, I was
When
always
they had Tiger Beat. Were you into Tiger Beat?
not really. I really didn't get into it until well, it wasn't Double XL. Double XL came much later, but we had something called I can't even remember the name of it. It was one of the first hip hop magazines, and
Oh, see, I was into metal record, like into
The
heavy
Beat.
metal.
that's where you could order your equipment from this places in New York, and hope it didn't come back to you all smashed up.
I'm not talking about ordering shit. Ladies and gentlemen, if you order now, 8 cassettes for 1 penny.
Holy shit! They did that with VHS too, right?
Yeah.
For a while, they're like
And CDs.
CDs. Speaking of that, that's coming to an Best Buy. In fact, that made news that people were like whining about it, but they're pulling CDs off their stores.
Yeah, it's about time.
Well, I mean, true that. I mean, everybody listens to music on their phone now. We
And
did-
MP3s and all that.
and they're streaming it. So
But, when I hear
mean-
things like that, I think, is this what my parents felt when vinyl was going away? 2 cassettes?
well, I think we were still around. Hey, we were still around. We caught the
The tail end
The
of
tail
it.
end of
But,
it.
they had that their whole time.
yeah.
Kind of like we had cassettes our whole time.
Well, I think they welcomed it, especially, like my dad, whatever, because you could now, it was the 8-track. You could have an 8-track on the car. Because I remember we had a freaking Ford LTD, 1972. That was,
We had an Oldsmobile station wagon.
and it came with a 8-track player. And, woo, my dad thought he was the Chiznit with that.
Dang, 8 tracks.
And
But it
then-
was a revolutionary thing to be able to take portable music with you in the vehicle.
Yeah, it was. And
But
obviously,
they didn't have no other way of doing it.
well, you couldn't do it with vinyl. I mean, because obviously every bump and
Right,
needle
we'll
would
skip
skip.
it. And that's not saying that it didn't happen with 8-track either.
Well, 8-track, I remember sometimes the machine would just eat up all the tape.
Get it all up. And then we went from there into cassette tapes.
Cassette tapes, yep.
I remember one of my fondest memories is I had saved up my money and I was so into music at that time. Like, music was everything. It was my escape. And I had saved up all my pennies and nickels and dimes and did a bunch of yard work and mowed grass all over the fucking neighborhood. And I got me a Walkman cassette player that had the auto flip.
The auto flip.
That's right, ladies and gentlemen.
It was-
K-Dogg had that motherfucker.
Whoa, you were balling.
I was. I felt like
I never
I
had
was
one
king
of
of
those.
the world.
I never had one of those. In fact, I never had the actual Sony Walkman.
I had the Sony Walkman with the auto flip. That meant when I was walking to my friend's house in the middle of Ohio winter,
Yeah.
I didn't have to unzip or unbutton my coat in order to flip the tape.
Ooh. No, me it was the knockoff versions at the slot meet. I think it was like GPX.
Oh, I had plenty of them too.
I don't know. That was like the boombox is there too,
Yep. I never had a boombox. That's one thing I never had.
Yeah, we did because we wanted to annoy our parents with Run DMC, the Beastie Boys.
I ruined my parents' fucking record player trying to sound like the Beastie Boys.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I ruined a whole record collections, trying to, do whatever.
I never got to that point.
Yeah.
I had a new love I had found. I found the love of annoying the shit out of my parents. And I still have it to this day.
Hey, some people just got the knack.
And I had it.
Oh.
I'll annoy the shit out of anybody.
Hey,
0 fucks given.
0 fucks given. Take 2 of these.
Right.
It will relieve all your stress.
That's
Side effects are not. Whoa, man. So,
That's our journey way, way, way back.
way back, thinking about all this shit, man, life seems so much simpler.
It was a lot simpler.
It
I mean,
seemed
man,
like, well, I don't know, maybe it was just as fucked up. We just didn't have access to it 3 seconds later. Like,
right. I think that's the biggest problem that we have nowadays. Like, we have all the information we want at our fingertips.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, somebody farts in California, we know about it in 2 seconds because
Right.
they posted on
Here's
Twitter.
one. Remember going to the library to look information up using the Dewey Decimal System?
Dewey Decimal System.
I still don't know how to use that fucking thing. The only thing about the Dewey Decimal System that I remember is